Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are in the Exiled Lands, in map square K7, building a forest mansion using the final material set from the Dude's Delightful Decorations mod that I am yet to build with. Don't forget to stick around till the end of the video for details on how to stay safe online with NordVPN. So, without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, we are going to start off with, of course, the base plate. I firstly laid down some tavern stone fence foundations, creating a large square with two adjacent squares and a small exterior veranda to enter the build from. I then sectioned out some rooms using fence foundations. This is a pretty simple base plate that helps greatly in planning out the build, and after placing down the front door, I used fancy wood ceilings to cover the fence foundations. Next, for the walls. Using the fancy wood set, I built the walls for the ground floor 2 tiles high, using tavern storefront windows in each room to take advantage of the views of the area. I followed the fence foundations to set up the rooms as I laid out earlier. Some people have asked before about why I sometimes use fence foundations over regular foundations, and in larger builds this is exactly why, as it's super helpful in planning out rooms inside a build and letting you adjust the flow and structure of the build before you even place down the first walls. Next, I used the fence foundations to draw out a veranda all the way around the build. I initially wasn't going to include a surrounding veranda, however I felt it complemented the build quite well. I also placed fences onto the veranda, stairs at the front of the build, and then placed Khitan awnings around the veranda. Next, for the first floor. I built the stairs up in the dining room and placed ceilings above the walls to create the staircase corridor. I then placed ceilings over the other rooms, then placing door frames and creating rooms to the same size and shape as the rooms on the ground floor. I built the walls 2 tiles high on this floor. On the second floor, I built up another set of stairs, then building the walls up again on the back and side rooms. I again covered the top of the first floor walls with ceilings and built the walls using fancy wood walls and tavern storefront windows. Finally, the roof. I used slope sides to build up the roof gables for each room, and then used Khitan roof pieces to build simple and easy multi-leveled roofs across each part of the build. Do bear in mind if you're using this material set and you change the dimensions of this build, that the fancy wood material set does not have any wall caps, so you may want to avoid any walls that would require those. Onto the square rooms, I built simple pointed apex square roofs and then built a small balcony onto the top floor. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. Approaching the build, I've lit the mansion with brass lanterns and decorated the exterior with a cart full of supplies, an old well and some benches. Entering the build, the ground floor really is the heart of the mansion, where most of the facilities lie. I always struggle slightly with large home builds, as for some reason I can never really think of many rooms to include, but I think I did manage to tackle that quite well in this build. On the ground floor there is an office, a lounge, a dining room, kitchen storage cupboard and a games room. I've tried to decorate the build with a really naturalistic yet still quite fancy design that I think suits the mansion quite well and provides a contrast to the environment around the home without being too different. Heading up to the first floor, this is where the bedrooms are. I've included 4 bedrooms on this floor, 2 guest bedrooms, a smaller side bedroom and a master bedroom. This build can hold 7 or 8 residents at the most, which I think is quite a decent amount considering the size of the build. On this floor is also a small drinking room where alcohol is stored. This could be used as something of a party room or a meeting room where residents can relax and drink away from the dining room. Heading upstairs, we reach the second floor. The doors on this floor provide access to the balcony on the top floor, which I've changed from the initial design to wrap around the build and take advantage of the wonderful views of the surrounding area. And there we have it, a forest mansion in the Exiled Lands in map square K7. Thanks for watching. Fancy Wood is the last remaining material set from the Dude's Delightful Decorations mod that I haven't yet used, and I am quite a fan of it. There are some graphical issues with this set, mainly with the edges of certain pieces not properly connecting to others, and of course the lack of wall caps is a slight detriment, but overall this material really is quite nice, and I'm pretty happy with this build. As I mentioned earlier, this video is indeed sponsored by NordVPN. If you want to stay safe on the internet and ensure you can't be tracked by shady individuals, or whilst being able to access Netflix, BBC iPlayer, ITV, Hulu, HBO and more regardless of where you live, all whilst maintaining blazing fast internet speeds, NordVPN is the perfect choice for you. When you use my link or discount code, you can get 68% off a 2-year deal, which comes out to $3.71 a month, an absolute bargain price for such a great service that I use almost every day. The software is a small download and it's easy to use. One click and you're both connected and protected, and you have full access to the internet. Nord also has very strict policies on protecting your data, meaning you can browse in confidence. Visit nordvpn.org/eradyt or use code eradyt at checkout to claim this huge discount and get the best VPN service available on the internet, and also help me out a lot at the same time. As always, thanks to Nord for sponsoring the video. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. Again, don't forget you can get 68% off NordVPN when you use code eradyt at checkout, or you can go through my affiliate link in the description and pinned comment below. YouTube is currently my full-time source of income, so if you enjoy the content and would like to help support the channel so I can continue to put out the best content possible, do consider becoming a patron. There are multiple tiers of support from $1 to $20, offering many different benefits from a mention in every video to Discord roles, and even sneak peeks of every new video before anyone else. The link to my Patreon is in the description, so if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to consider becoming a patron. On that note, a thanks to our current patrons Sammy, Sodialot, Randar, Connor, Blue Ivy, Velma, Shannara, and Torn. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.